Welcome to this TLC overview. This overview is going to be talking about scenario-based training, in particular the upcoming release, BOP Made Simple. Now there's a few things I want to point out to make your interaction within a scenario-based tutorial a little bit easier. Now prior to starting training, what we'll do is we'll provide 3 key details that help you actually move through the scenario a little bit better. An overview of what you can expect during the training, setting the stage to kind of define what the scenario is, and also we'll introduce you to the actors that are going to walk you through the scenario to help you understand each part of their role. By holding your mouse arrow over the actual actor, you'll find out more about them, and if they actually have something to say, they will start speaking once that happens. Now, another great tool inside of the training is the glossary. It's your ability to go ahead and look up a word and get the definition and the terminology for that word anytime you want. It's easy to move through, and the other great thing about the actual glossary is your ability to go ahead and print it out later on. By simply clicking on the term, it'll give you the definition for that term and your ability to go ahead and better understand what's trying to be presented to you during that part of the tutorial. Also, you'll notice is that you'll have the ability to go ahead and move back from the glossary to the original point you started from when you clicked on the glossary button. Now throughout the tutorial, there'll be narration and the actors will be talking to you, but some of the other interactions will include things like highlights that allow you to go ahead and hold your mouse arrow over that actual item, and in this particular case, find out what the liability is for that particular object. Now that same kind of interaction will be used as a test. What you'll notice here is that we didn't highlight the objects we want you to find. What we have here is Claire would like to know the other points of liability within her florist shop. So what you need to do is go ahead and point those out to her. So like a scavenger hunt, you would go about the moving of the screen and point out key areas that you know are actual liability points, such as antique fixtures. That'll be much more costly, especially in the case of a fire. Handcrafted windows, once again, more costly if they get broken. Or things like actual seasonal or expensive inventory that should something happen to them, like the heat shutting off, would be a liability to them that they may want to be aware of and potentially look at additional coverage for those types of items. Now, what happens if you close out of a scenario-based training before you're completed? That's simple. What happens is the scenario-based training remembers the last point where you stopped, and when you sign back in, it gives you the opportunity to continue or to start over. But also, anytime you sign back in, you can select any one of the items from the table of contents and move to that part of the lesson. And that's a quick look of scenario-based training and the upcoming release of BOP Made Simple.